Hey YouTube, it's your boy Unsweet Tea, and how do you know that?
Because you clicked on it.
Just playing with y'all, but sorry for the delay. It's been a minute, and I've been trying to get this Night6 and Night7 out for y'all. Had a little bit of business going, college. That's gonna get an update for y'all later on. Might be today.
What you looking at, bitch?
I'm not just gonna yammy your head off.
Like a lot.
I apologize this video took so long because when I tell you, I'm going to tell you the reasons why. No excuses.
Lot.
Trust me. For Night6, I was having some. Night6 was easy to beat, but I kept on bumping into one clip not editing, or the other clip not editing or downloading. So either A, the video you're seeing right now would not be recording for some reason, or it would just be gone, but I'd have the full gameplay of Night6 already done, and then vice versa. This will be good to go, but then the gameplay would be gone. Night7, I died over and over and over. I'm not talking just 1, 2, 5. We're talking about 12 times. Yeah, that's a lot. I know. And yes, me doing this head thing, necessary. So, if you're seeing this video right now, this means that I just beat Night6 and Night7. No first try. Because I'm doing this all right now. I wish I had the clips for Night6 when I beat it or all that, but no. Just some companies just can't give storage to, things. Totally not hinting towards anything. But without further ado, real far. Let's get into it. So for the sixth night, I'ma just try and focus on Freddy, because I think I forgot the method. No, I didn't. So for the sixth night, I'ma get it done with because it's pretty easy to beat. Because the main focus is just getting Freddy underway. I didn't mess up. So just keeping Freddy there for a bit, and then Night6 is basically done and beaten. While I focus on that, I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit of the rundown of the Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay I'm gonna be doing while, doing this, the whole YouTube thing. So the plan is I do not want to be taking extra long to be. She's not gonna move. I don't want to be taking too long to beat the whole franchise. I want to start getting up to the new stuff real soon, like Help 1 and 2 and Into the Pit. The only game I'm not going to be playing is FNAF AR, because I don't have Android, that's kind of weird that it's not supported on iPhone. So not really a big thing missing out on. But I want to try and do about, if possible, I don't want to rush it or anything, because I want to be giving y'all different content. But if I can, I want to try and do one game each month. So right now, I think I did my first gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's in this month, but I don't know. But I basically want to have next month, which I think is September, I want that to be dedicated towards Five Nights at Freddy's 2, then October Five Nights at Freddy's 3, or maybe even more, since that's I'm slipping. I want that to be more dedicated towards, October and, it being like, Halloween season. So I might do FNAF 3 and FNAF 4 since I have a bit of complications with FNAF 4, which y'all will see. And then so on and so on. I don't know what exact month I will be having all this stuff done, but I will assure you I will be playing each and every Five Nights at Freddy's game in order. No doubt about that, in full capacity. And if y'all just want to know like what I'm going through right now, or like what I am trying to do, I'm just basically trying to keep Freddy in the same spot because just found out that Freddy is a person that relies on the cameras too, or animatronic that relies on the cameras. So as long that kind of sucks. Freddy is an animatronic that relies on the cameras, same as Foxy. So, as long as you keep looking at him on the exact camera he's on, he will not move, if I'm certain. Which, it's already 2 a.m. He hasn't moved a bit. Now, sometimes I check out Foxy because, just to give you like a heads up for the Night6 deaths, it was constant either me dying to Freddy by either him doing some weird shenanigans, that was on me, or not checking on Foxy and then Foxy getting the upper hand on me, which again, that's on me because I'm not keeping an eye on Foxy. So if you're trying to do like a run yourself of, Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one at least, you should be able to be chilling for the first couple of nights. But when it comes to like night 6, as long as you make sure you keep an eye on your doors, keep an eye on Freddy at all times, because I think if you move one bit, you're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. But as long as you keep an eye on Freddy and keep him in that one spot, check on Foxy, keep an eye on both doors, you should be absolutely fine. Also, the biggest thing, keep a management on your power, because as you can tell from the last, I think 3, 4, and 5th night on my other video, I basically went out of power on all 3 of those, which I need to get out of the habit for that when it comes to power management. Ooh. I guess just to do like a little bit of commentary, I can at least like notify y'all on the games I'm really not experienced with. I messed up. Okay, he's in there. Okay. As long as I keep an eye on in there. Oh, I'm being goofy tonight. I'm rusty. Oh no. See, I'm so focused on commentary that I'm being goofy. Okay, that don't mean nothing. Oh, they're getting active on me. And I'm cutting it close. I can't let Foxy move because he's going to take more of my power, which I do not have to give right now. Oh no. Okay. Keep an eye on Freddy. He's right there. Oh, I'm getting real goofy. And it's not even 5 a.m. yet. Okay, we're staying in our spots. Please turn 5 a.m. Yep, okay. As long as I relax, don't let Foxy move, and keep an eye on the doors. And constantly check Freddy. I shouldn't even have to run out of power. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. And maybe, just a heads up, maybe I might be able to play the Halloween version of FNAF1 on Halloween, because I'm pretty sure that's when it activates. Check on Foxy. Okay, we're cool. I want to just say, when it hits 1, I'm not going to touch it. When it hits 2, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. This is dumb, but I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna put down the controller, hands free. I feel like I'm being dumb. I'm being stupid. Trust me, y'all. Trust me, y'all. Trust me, y'all. Trust me, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all trust right now. If y'all see, this is what happens when you trust me. This is what happens. You can't see me, but I'm looking at you. You trust in me. Thank you. You see that? That's us. That's when you trust me. Your boy sweet. I'm not sweet, I'm unsweet. What I'm talking about. Still, this is what happens when you trust me. Trust in me. We got it.
I'm sorry, y'all, but for this one, I was not speaking at all. I was fully locked in because at this point I had lost 19 times at this one night. And I'm basically just going to go over like what I was doing for this whole night. So as y'all can see, I'm putting my fingers up, and that is because I'm currently counting how many times Freddy's laughing. He laughs there, there, and there. And then at this point, he's right at the front of my door, and then at that point, he's behind my door. So the reason why I keep track of that is because you always need to know where Freddy is at all times. That is the whole point of Night 7, or your main focus. Because if Freddy moves like one bit without you knowing where he is, that basically spells that you're doomed at that point. So while Freddy is your main focus, you also have to take heed of the other animatronics. So I'm be going down from, Freddy, from hardest to the easiest. So next up in line for me being the hardest would be Foxy. Main reasons why is because you always have to keep an eye on Freddy, meaning you always have to keep your camera on him being at 4B, which becomes a problem when Foxy is a person that relies on the cameras too. Now, the reason why I say Foxy is a problem just as Freddy is because they're kind of the opposite when it comes to it. While you have to keep an eye on Freddy for him not to move, Foxy just relies on the cameras being on, which is kind of like a little misdeception during night 3 or night 2, when Phone Guy says, Foxy doesn't like the cameras. He doesn't mean keep the cameras on Foxy. Foxy just doesn't like the cameras being on in general. So even though Foxy doesn't like the cameras being on, you still have to check him from time to time because you don't know where he could be. You could probably go until like 3 a.m. without checking Foxy, but around that point you need to start checking on him. Due to him, you never know if he's going to be not moving or moving. So my strategy for this night is I don't check Foxy until about 2 a.m. because in that span of time, Foxy is more likely to either have moved just once, if you're checking the cameras like I'm checking them right now, or not have moved at all. And I consistently check them each hour. So 2 a.m. check them, 3 a.m. check them. But if you have like a little bit of time and space and you have like the power to do it, then you can like check them maybe about 1 or 2 more times. But you have to keep Foxy's checking at a certain amount, because the more you check Foxy, the more Freddy moves, and you have to keep Freddy at 4B during this night, unless, you know, stuff happens and then Freddy gets in your room somehow, because Freddy will, all by means necessary, get into your room. If the door is open and you hear him laugh, he'll move into your room. No ifs, ands, or buts. Even if the door is shut, I've tried to Freddy laughing and I shut both doors and I just sit there, he'll still be in the room some way, shape, or form. So with Freddy and Foxy out of the way, I move on to Bonnie and Chica. Bonnie and Chica kind of work on the same pace because you don't have to pay that much mind to them. Due to Freddy and Foxy being your main focus on cameras, you don't have to check the cameras for them, not one bit. All you have to do is just keep a consistent check on the doors, because that's where they'll mainly reside due to them being, you know, moving fast all around the place. So that's why you see me going camera, light, and then camera again. I get into that cycle of checking everything just to make sure that Chica and Bonnie are not at my doors. And if they are at my doors, I simply just shut the door, get back into my routine of like check the camera, light, and if they're not at the door, immediately open the door, because power is mandatory for this night. To survive it, power is mandatory, and a little bit of luck. And as long as you keep a good, consistent amount of power for like each hour, so around, I think if you have about like above 70 or 75%, you're good. If it's around 2 a.m. and you're about 50 and above, then you're fine. 3 a.m. I think it's, if you're above 30%, you're fine. 4 a.m. If you're like above 20, then you should be fine. And then, you know, 5 a.m. if you're like in the teens, then you're pretty solid. You also have to keep in mind that due to this being the hardest night of, like, you know, all the nights, there is small room for mistakes. So you have to make sure you know where Freddy and Foxy are at all times, or mainly just Freddy, since that's your main concern. Make sure to check the lights for Bonnie and Chica, because there's been multiple times where I've checked and then they're sitting right there and I put the camera up and then, you know, my mind just screams at me like, put the door down, put the door down, put the door down. And then I have to, you know, shut it real quick, or I run the risk of Bonnie or Chica being behind my camera or my door getting jammed, and then that's basically a game over right there. So around this time, I'm pretty sure you've already seen where I've checked Foxy once as soon as it's 3 a.m. so I can gain the ability of like just knowing where he is right at that point. But as long as you keep your camera more active, just checking Freddy at all times, then you should be able to keep Foxy there for a little bit, and he shouldn't run the risk of running at you. So at this point, I've mostly gone over everything, you know, how to deal with Bonnie and Chica, how to deal with Foxy, and how to deal with Freddy. So I'm gonna come back in around 5 a.m. and I'm gonna give y'all a little update, and then we're gonna see how that goes. So at this point, it just hit 5 a.m. and I'm pretty sure while I was playing, I took heed of that immediately. Now, the trick is to not pay attention to 5 a.m. because the more you pay attention to that, the more you start, you know, letting your guard down and getting more relaxed. You can't let that happen, because I feel like it starts getting more serious at that point. Like, you start letting down your guard. You start not checking Foxy, and you just start like getting calm. You can't let that happen while you're at the home stretch, because at this point when it's 5 a.m. you need to be more on your guard more than ever. So at this point, I think I've checked Foxy at 12%, and then I waited until about 5% to check him one last time before I left him alone, because there was I think I lost once due to it hitting like 10 a.m. and then I didn't check him at all. So right there, I check him, and then I switch back to Freddy. I leave him alone for the last 3 little percent I had, and then I just go back into my routine until I ran out of power. So without further ado, let's see how your boy Unsweet T beat the game. Y'all, please. Ooh. I mean, oh, I can't even turn my light on. Oh my god. Oh, if y'all could feel my heartbeat right now, it's just. Oh. Oh. Bro. Oh my god. I'm gonna need a minute, y'all. Hold up. Y'all don't understand. That night took 2 weeks. I checked my gameplays and all that. It took 2 weeks just to beat that night. That night is not to be taken lightly. I don't see how these people out here be like, oh, this Night 7, that was a breeze. I beat Night 7 on doing a handstand. I don't know. But right next to Cuphead or right above Cuphead, or any game in general, because I've never beaten a game that hard, that is like my top tier most beaten games. And the worst part is, this is just the beginning. We're talking, I gotta beat FNAF 2, 3, 4, so on and so on, and then I'm gonna have to do the VR stuff. The VR stuff, y'all thinking I was paranoid now? That's gonna be worse, because 1, I'm in the dark again. 2, no noise. Yeah. That's gonna be fun for y'all to watch, but that's gonna be terrifying for me. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Oh, I hope y'all enjoyed my torment. Yeah, no, this is not fun to play. A game, yeah, this is not fun to play. Far from it. It was a challenge. I hope y'all enjoyed the gameplay. I hope y'all enjoyed the videos. And I will be dropping another FNAF video soon, most likely next month. And we're gonna keep this as a continuous thing till I beat all of them. So, this is your boy Unsweet T signing out. Oh yeah, one more thing before I, close out. I just want to let y'all know.